Hello and welcome back to another Ginger Stash Golf Company video. So today it is freezing cold outside again. So today I have a good exercise. It is the top 9 holes in the state of Indiana, except for it's not really the top 9 holes because every hole hypothetically is ranked number 1 in its category. So the first hole on the list has to be the number 1 hole at that course. This is my list. I suggest you leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think of the list. Make your own list at home and leave a comment for the Ginger Stash, because there are definitely holes that popped into my mind and that I forgot along the way. But this is just my best 9 holes, a dream 9 of sorts that I could play hypothetically in the state of Indiana. That being said, let's get right into the video. Number 1 on my list is the North 9 at Otter Creek Golf Club in Columbus, Indiana. A par 5, 552 yards in length. A good tee shot will afford you the chance to go for this par 5 and 2. It leaves you right on the edge of whether or not you can make this green and 2 with a meandering creek across the front of the green. Be aware of the 2 bunkers on the left on the tee shot. Into one of these bunkers will make surely the second shot impossible to get on the green and 2. Fly those bunkers and you'll have a shot about 250 yards into this green. The first hole at Otter Creek Golf Club in Columbus, my favorite starting hole in the state of Indiana. Number 2. My number 2 favorite hole in the state of Indiana is the second hole at Purgatory. It is an absolute beast, measuring 460 yards from this back tee. You will have a 270-yard landing area from the back tee to land your ball if you want to be in the fairway. Don't try to cut off too much of that corner with the water coming in from the left. You're better off, if you're going to miss it in the bunkers on the right-hand side, leaving you a 175-yard bunker shot into this green. Also on your approach shot, the water is still on your left-hand side, and with the grass shaved off, you can very easily lose your ball off the bank to the left into the water looming down below. A huge bunker on the right-hand side covers a green that can be difficult to navigate. My number 2 hole in the state of Indiana, Purgatory. The third hole on my list is Rock Hollow Golf Club in Peru, Indiana. This par 5 offers a tee box that is elevated and a very secluded, beautiful hole through the trees. An accurate tee shot is going to be paramount to trying to get to this green in 2 shots. But beware, the fairway slopes off in both directions and it is a very tightly wooded hole. A waste bunker goes up the left side will help to grab your ball before it goes into the woods. The third hole at Rock Hollow, one of the most beautiful holes in all of Indiana and my favorite third hole in the entire state. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know the brand, you've heard from the company, Smash Factor Golf. Get onto their website, smashfactorus.com, and check out their products. Get a hold of Cody Howell. This is a local company based out of the state of Indiana, and I really love promoting them, and they really love supporting the Ginger Stash. So check out their website, give them a call, and there's lots of new things coming up with them. And I'm going to have the owner of the company on coming up in a podcast here soon. So go on there and check that out. Let's support these guys. Let's get back to the video. Number 4. The fourth hole at the Warren Golf Course at Notre Dame is the shortest hole on the golf course. The small undulating green is well guarded by large bunkers to the front, left, and right. What this hole lacks in length, it makes up for in demand for an accurate tee shot. An undulating green makes for a challenging 2-putt. The first par 3 of the round presents a short to mid-iron approach. Finding the correct level on this green is absolute must. This green has 3 different tiers and huge humps in the middle. If the pin is in the front, you may very well lose your ball off the front of the green if you go long to a front pin location. The 4th hole at Warren, my favorite hole, 4th hole in the state of Indiana. Number 5. The 5th hole at Sultans Run will make you feel like you're standing in the middle of a giant stadium. Trees tower over you, and you stand in seclusion as you have the chance to fire a shot 189 yards at a green that slants away from you with bunkers on the left-hand side guarding the green. Do not overcook a draw into this green. You are much better off bailing out to the right, leaving a much easier chip than getting in the down below the hole on the left-hand side. The 5th hole at Sultans Run, an absolute marvelous hole to play. Highly recommended by the Ginger Stash. Go out there, get it done. Check out this hole. I guarantee you're going to love it. Number 6 on my list is the 6th hole at the Camping Course located in West Lafayette, Indiana at Purdue University. This par 5 features the celery bog that runs the entire right side of the hole. It is best on this hole to try to stay on the left side the entire way. The celery bog is on the right side, followed by a large bunker that comes up the right side of the green, and it totally encases the green. Keeping your ball on the left side will give you a chance to get to this green in 2 shots. A great par 5, my favorite, number 6 hole in the state of Indiana. Number 7. Number 7 on my list is the par 4 430-yard hole with a split fairway at Champions Point in Henryville, Indiana. Keep your ball on the right-hand side of the split fairway. There's a big bunker in the middle, but on the right-hand side will leave you the best opportunity to get a good look at this green. Hit your ball on the left-hand side, and water creeps in on the left and 2 bunkers on the left side of the green, and it'll make for a much more tantalizing second shot. Once on the green, slight undulations make for a really tough putting surface. This hole is what begins the Fuzzy Zeller's version of the bear trap holes, which are modeled after holes at West Palm Beach, Florida. The 7th hole at Champions Point, one of my favorites in the entire state. Number 8. The 8th hole at Brickyard Crossing is the 2nd hole after you get into the inside of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway racetrack. A 464-yard par 4 with water all up the left-hand side is the number 1 handicap hole at Brickyard Crossing. Woods on the right and water on the left make for a very difficult hole. Don't get caught looking at the grandstands. You'll be standing in the middle of 500,000 people as you play this beautiful hole, one of my favorites in the entire state of Indiana. Number 9. Rounding out my top 9 is the 9th hole at Bear Slide Golf Club in Cicero, Indiana. This 429-yard par 4 features 2 ponds running up the right-hand side of the fairway. Impending woods on the left-hand side make for a difficult, tight tee shot on a relatively long hole. When approaching the green, you'll have to hit it to an oddly shaped green between 2 trees and between 2 bunkers, leaving for little to no room for error on this hole. The number 1 handicap hole at Bear Slide, and rounding out my top 9 holes, ending with 2 of the hardest holes in all of Indiana. All right, so that rounds out my top 9 holes. I'm sure there are many things that I could have done. These are just my top 9 holes, and I just thought it really rounded it out, ending with the Brickyard and both 2 holes with water running up this side. I really do love holes like that because there is such a risk reward type of system in place when it is a slight dog leg like Purgatories. So these were my holes. I thought it would make a pretty tough 9. I think it's a par 37 because there were 3 par 5s on that 9, but you got to love par 5s. Some courses do have 3 par 5s and a par 37. Love those layouts, extra birdie opportunities. That's why I did it. But until next time, that's the end of the video. Stay classy out there, golf fans.